Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here in Lucern, Switzerland at the Swiss Travel Mart, and I'm here with a face you've already seen on Insider Travel Report. It's Claudio Zemp, who is Director Americas for Switzerland Tourism, and we interviewed Claudia in New York, and now we're here at the Swiss Travel Market, and we're going to find out all about what's going on with Switzerland today, and in particular, the Swiss Travel Market. And this is Insider Travel Report. First of all, congratulations! Here we are. We're
Welcome
in Lucern.
To Lucern. Welcome.
We've had a great time. We actually had a little pre-trip to Lausanne, which is one of my favorite cities, having grown up there. But let's talk a little bit about the numbers. First of all, this particular Swiss travel market. What kind of numbers have they seen here?
Okay, well, I mean, this is the biggest B2B event which we're doing worldwide. We are welcoming 460 tour operators from all over the world. We're meeting 360 suppliers from Switzerland. So we're expecting a big increase of business here during these meetings here in Switzerland.
And they are business-to-business meetings, as you'll see from as we walk around the floor. Now, just particular for the U.S., you gave a little presentation yesterday. I think all the numbers are good, right? It's up, I think, 9% in one category in terms of visits, right?
It's quite amazing. So this year, at the moment, we are at plus 9.6%. So this is January till August. So we're looking at hitting the plus 10% mark again this year by the end of the year. That would be the third year running where we hit plus 10% in growth of overnights generated out of the US, which is really fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's hard to keep that up after a while, but that's the task you're going to have to face. But you also talked about some new themes and some other things that are going on. I think here the theme of fall tourism was a big one. I believe they're trying to, and wine tourism along with that, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, the seasons in Switzerland is one thing which is really unique to the country as well. So Switzerland is very, very different depending on what time of the year you visit. Of course, people know Switzerland in winter. It's quite famous for winter sports, the snowy landscapes. People come in summer for their train travel, but the fall is particularly interesting for us because, I mean, really the leaves turn extremely beautiful in colors. The end of the season with the harvest, a lot of harvest festivals, and it's the best time to really explore the food and the wine offerings of the country as well.
Yeah, and we had a little chance of that when we were in the Lavaux region of Lausanne and had a few tastings and things like that. So there is a lot to do here in the fall. Talk a little bit. Also, there are also some themes. The sustainability is a theme, I think, for Swiss tourism as well, right?
You know, sustainability, I hear it talking in everybody's mouth nowadays, also in the US. It's something which people are concerned about. Switzerland has been like the best in class in terms of sustainability for a long time. It's a way of living here in Switzerland. Of course, when our guests come to Switzerland, many use the public transport system, the Swiss railways. Quite interestingly, the electricity of the Swiss railways, 90% has been generated by water power, which in itself is very sustainable and CO neutral. So as soon as you step on a public transport on a train here in Switzerland, you're traveling CO2 neutral.
And so even to be more sustainable, you've actually created sort of an e-tour of Switzerland as well, right?
That is correct. A couple of years ago, we created the Grand Tour of Switzerland, our own self-drive product all around Switzerland. And this year, we have launched a map with a docking station for electric cars. So your Tesla, you can dock it at 190 stations along the Grand Tour of Switzerland.
So that's certainly very sustainable. And you've also seen, you now have, I think, something like, I think it was 230 flights from the U.S. I forget what the number is. But
it's unbelievable. You know, it's really year by year we get more products flying directly from the U.S. to Switzerland. This year, our partner Swiss International Airlines is launching a new direct Nonstop flight from Washington D.C. to Zurich with the new summer schedule.
No, and that's amazing, and it's great that it's so easy to get to Switzerland now from a lot of different gateways all around the country. And with that in mind, you also talked, I think, in the presentation we've talked a little bit about the Swiss travel system, which is really the way to go around Switzerland, not only from a sustainable point of view, but also from a practical point of view, right?
Yeah, and a lot of added benefits. Really, the Swiss Travel Pass is the ticket to get around Switzerland. One ticket fits all. You travel Switzerland by train, bus and boat. All these transportations are included, but a lot of excursions are included as well. So we have 3 mountain excursions from next year onwards. Danzerhorn, Mount Rigi are included into Swiss Travel Pass. We have a lot of attractions which are included. So if you're traveling to the Lake Geneva region where we were yesterday, the visit to the Olympic Museum is free of charge. The visit to Chateau Chillon, the most visited castle in Switzerland, is free of charge. If you come to Zurich, the Fifa Museum, which is a very interacting museum.
The soccer museum?
It is indeed, yes. So it's like all about the soccer, the history of soccer, great place for all the family to go. Or then even more classic attractions like in St. Gallen, the Abbey District Library, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So really do check out all the add-ons on the Swiss Travel Pass which make the travel for your guests in Switzerland so much more affordable.
And indeed, you talked about some new products there, and one of the new products you highlighted was this new excellence class on the Glacier Express, right? This is sort of a super first class, right?
So yeah, we are going super luxury on the Glacier Express now. So we have a new carriage, the excellence class, as you mentioned. Each seat has a window seat, a guaranteed window seat. There's a 5-course gourmet meal served. They have a butler welcoming you on board. There is a bar, which
I saw that in the thing. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, really, really fantastic opportunity. The Glacier Express, one of the top attractions in Switzerland for a must visit for many of our guests. Only 20 seats on each train, so really a very exclusive product.
Well, I'll have to try that. I tried the Glacier Express a few years back, and it's an incredible train. It's not exactly an express train. It takes 8 hours to go from St. Moritz to Zermatt, but it's 8 hours of the most magnificent scenery you've ever seen in your life, right?
Exactly, that's the correct.
Now, you also, we talked a little bit about some of the support for the trade. I think you have 2 new guides out there now that you have publications that travel advisors and tour operators can use, right?
So basically we have 2 guides or handbooks which we produce. These are the Swiss Yodel, which is produced by Switzerland Tourism with tips about the destinations. Very interesting also the handbook of Swiss Travel System, particularly when you're interested in all these add-ons which I mentioned before. You know, what can you get with your Swiss Travel Pass tickets? Swiss Travel System guidebook, and you can order them with us at Switzerland Tourism.
And then some of the other trade support things, I think you're going to be going on the road soon in March. You're looking a little trepidation about that because we're not even back from Switzerland yet, and you're thinking about March going on the road in the U.S., right?
I'm very worried about that. I'm not worried about visiting the trade, but I'm worried about organizing it. So as soon as we're coming back from Lucern, this is our big project. Now, we're going to visit 8 cities in 5 days with 40 Swiss suppliers. So very busy. We're starting in New York, we're going to visit Chicago, Toronto, Montreal, we're going to Boston, we're going to Seattle, we're going to San Francisco and to Los Angeles, and we're looking very much forward to see all the trade partners there.
So you're going to be in person in front of all the travel advisors and trade partners. That's going to be great. And that's in addition to your regular, I know you have a training program, you have webinar programs and all kinds of things like that as well, right?
I think, yes, that's our regular things. We have webinars almost every 2 weeks. We have an e-learning program. When you finish that before the end of November, you can have still the chance to win true tickets with Swiss International Airlines to Switzerland. But yes, I mean, being able to bring 40 trade partners from Switzerland to our colleagues in the US here is a big thing, and we're looking forward to it, and we're going to make it very special as well.
I'm sure it will be. Well, this has been a very special show, as always. 2 destinations close to my heart, Lausanne, Lucerne, amazing places, and certainly some of the places that I remember as a kid, and coming back here again is like coming home. And anything else you'd like to say to our travel advisors out there about what's going on with Switzerland today?
Well, as it happens, I know when we visited the Beau Rivage Hotel in Lausanne, we saw a wedding happening there now, a quite illustrious wedding from the Middle East. We are now looking also at promoting destination weddings. We've seen that we had quite a big demand in destination weddings. You know, some people have quite elaborate weddings, some people do really small ones to get away from the elaborate wedding at home. And what we're doing is really putting programs, products together, suppliers together who can help you organize this destination wedding. Our MICE department, the Switzerland Convention Incentive Bureau, is handling this now. So if you ever have any questions in terms of a destination wedding in Switzerland, do contact us as well.
Well, I have to say that wedding we saw in the Beau Rivage was a little extravagant. It was a Saudi princess or prince. You went to see it a little bit afterwards.
I did go and have a look, and I'm sure, from a travel trade journalist salary, we can organize that for you next time as well.
I think we're talking about two people on a mountain with maybe an officiant, right? That's
okay.
about it. Okay.
Very good. No, I mean, it is some of these weddings are very extravagant, but of course it's also a matter of showing the romantic side of Switzerland, the beauty of Switzerland, the pureness of Switzerland is very good connection to a marriage and a honeymoon as well.
Well, Claudio, thank you for taking the time to talk about it here at Swiss Travel Market. It's been great to see you here, and we look forward to seeing you back in New York.
James, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.